Dear friends, welcome to the Rural IT Quiz program. The Department of Electronics, IT/BT, Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka, in association with Tata Consultancy Services, came together in the year 2000 to create a unique initiative, the Rural IT Quiz. After its successful launch and implementation in Karnataka, the program today is conducted across 6 states of India. It has provided an impetus to a multitude of students who have been a part of this annual contest. The objective of the quiz is to enhance IT awareness among the students from smaller towns and districts across India, while providing an opportunity to learn about the many advances in the world of information technology. The program also strives to boost the confidence levels of students while providing them a platform to showcase their talents and realize their potential. Into its 21st year, the program that touched the lives of over 18 million children across the 6 states that the quiz traverses. Limca Book of Records recognizes the Rural IT Quiz as the first quiz on information technology for the students of rural India. Over the years, the Rural IT Quiz has been graced by several distinguished personalities who have served as great motivators and a constant source of inspiration, not only to the winners but also to the participating students. We would like to take this opportunity to express our appreciation to all the participating schools, the heads of institutions, and teachers for the overwhelming response we have received for the quiz this year. We hope you all have a great quizzing experience.
Our quiz master for today is Asia's most prolific quiz host. He has hosted over 3,000 shows across 9 countries. An alumnus of Harvard, he has hosted the Rural IT Quiz since its inception. Friends, please welcome on stage Quizmaster PICKBRAIN.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ IT/BT ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ವಿಭಾಗ, ಟಾಟಾ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಕಳೆದ 21 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಟಾಟಾ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ತಂಡದವರು ಒಂದು ಸೇರಿ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ 18 ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದ 21 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜಯಗಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೆಸರು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ದಿನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ನಡೆಯಲಿದೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫೈನಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ 6 ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಇಂಟ್ರಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಮಾನಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಜರ್ನಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Before we get to the route map of this quiz and the way we reached the Karnataka final today, a very warm welcome to all of you watching this National Rural IT Quiz, conceptualized by the Government of Karnataka's Department for IT, BT and Science and Technology in association with Tata Consultancy Services. A massive quiz that has consistently been held over the last 21 years. It's one of the most humbling experiences that one can perhaps go through as a quiz, where you see children from the remotest corners of India doing exceedingly well. It's also a quiz that has been witnessed and appreciated by great Indians, none less than our beloved former President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to the heads of ISRO, to Mr. Ramadurai of TCS, to many stalwarts who have shaped not just industry, but India. Here today, we're going to witness the Karnataka state final of this quiz. The quiz traverses this year across the following states: Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and the host state of Karnataka. With us here today are 6 fantastic individuals in this digital version of the Rural IT Quiz. The reach, the difficulty, all remains the same, while the intensity of the contest, of course, has been unparalleled over the last 21 years. I must, before we get started, acknowledge and appreciate the effort, particularly this year, that has come in from the DDPIs and the DDPUs, from the Karnataka government, because especially in Karnataka, it has been a huge effort by these people to get in the students to take part in the pandemic situation that we have been in when the preliminary rounds were held. Remarkable work, A, to get the students to take part, B, to make them understand what the digital medium of quizzing would be. So on behalf of Tata Consultancy Services and the department, a huge thank you to the DDPIs, the DDPUs, the respective principals of each of the schools and colleges which have taken part in massive numbers across the state. ಈಗ ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಮಾನಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. The prizes that are at stake: all participating students will get certificates like you do every year from the Karnataka government in association with TCS. It's also a quiz where I've always appreciated the recognition of teachers. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಒಂದು ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬಹುಮಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಟೀಚರ್ನ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಗೂ ಸಹ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. There's always a recognition and an appreciation for the teachers who are behind the successful students who qualify and progress in this quiz. It's something that I have always appreciated as a gesture from TCS and the Karnataka government. So there are certificates, of course, for the teachers who are behind these wonderful students. Also now to the big prizes in this quiz, and all the finalists will receive gift vouchers of 3,000, a certificate for their participation and the level they reached. The state runner-up will receive a gift voucher of rupees 7,000 along with the appropriate certificate, and the state champion will receive a cash voucher or a gift voucher of 10,000 rupees, a winner's trophy for the Karnataka state champion, and a certificate. All these are extremely valuable for your future as you progress into your own lives and your careers. But in this quiz, after the Karnataka final, you will progress to the national final, where you will join the champions from the remaining 5 states. And there are huge scholarships. For all the national finalists, there's an additional scholarship of 10,000 rupees from TCS. There is a national runner-up scholarship of 50,000 rupees and a national championship scholarship called the TCS Educational Scholarship of 1 lakh rupees. So all of these are waiting for the national final. For today, of course, we are in the Karnataka final of this quiz. We've got 6 wonderful contestants who have all lined up here today for this big final. They've, of course, gone through grueling rounds, which was conducted by my dear colleague, Lloyd Saldana. And today we have 6 wonderful finalists who are here on stage from across the length and breadth of Karnataka. One of them will move into the national final at the end of this quiz. They're all set on their buzzers. They're all set on their digital screens. The only thing that's different is the contestants and the question. Karnataka champion of the Rural IT Quiz 2020. So year 21, of the quiz, year 2020 on the calendar, as we get started with our 6 finalists, and let me introduce you to them. ಈ ದಿನದ ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಉಡುಪಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಿಂದ ವಿದ್ಯೋದಯ PU ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇನ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ್ ಕುಮಾರ್. He is our first finalist. Welcome to you, Satvik, from the Vidyodaya PU College from Udupi. As our second finalist, ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಫೈನಲಿನ ಎರಡನೇ ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ವಿಶಾಲ್, ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಾವೀರ್ ಜೈನ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕೋಲಾರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ದಿನದ ಈ ಫೈನಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಕಂಟೆಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Welcome to Vishal. ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಮೂರನೇ ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಂಟ್ ಮೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ದಾಂಡೇಲಿಯಿಂದ ತರುಣ್. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯು, ತರುಣ್. Our fourth finalist here today from Purna Pragna PU College, Udupi, Suhas Shenoy. Welcome to you. ಈ ದಿನದ ಈ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಐದನೇ ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆನೇಕಲ್ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಿಂದ ಗುರುಜಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಕೇತನಿನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ರಕ್ಷಿತ್ as our fifth finalist. And completing our lineup here today from the beautiful town of Murdeshwar is the National Urdu High School champion, qualifying here today, Muhammad Taha, as our final contestant. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're witnessing the Karnataka state final. Our finalist won the champion. ಯಾರು ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. On the other side, we're going to have the Karnataka final. We'll be back in just a moment. So ladies and gentlemen, time for us to start the first round of this Karnataka final. ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ರಸಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯ ಮೊದಲನೇ ರೌಂಡ್, ಬೈಟ್ ಅಬಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ. In this round called Bite Abundance, you get abundant clues. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, 2 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ತಪ್ಪಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ 2 ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು ಉಂಟು. ಆ 2 ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 100 points. So you get 4 statements on your screen. You got to identify the 2 right ones. The round does not pass. Every individual will get 4 statements. For every correct identification, you get 100. 2 attempts is all you have to identify the 2 correct statements. If you get 1 right, you get 100. If you get none right, you get a 0. There's no negative, so try and use both your chances to get yourself to a good start. It's a state final. The pressures will be huge, and we're going to start the first statement or statements with Satvik Kumar from Vidyodaya PU College. You are first in our lineup here today. Your statements on your screen now. ಈ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ 2 ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. You have roughly about 15 seconds and 200 points that you can get. What do you want to start with?
AWS from Amazon
is correct according to you. Okay? We'll take a look whether that is a correct identification. You get a green, so you get 100. Second attempt.
Google Bus.
Google is your second attempt. And you get another 100. Satvik Kumar gets to 200. 200 ankagalu. Satvik Kumar, Vidyodaya PU College, Udupi student. The second one is going to be for Vishal from, I think he's from Kolar, but he's a Tumkur winner. Vishal, are you ready? On your screen, Nimma Nalak statements, Nimma Munde Iga. These are your 4 statements. You got to identify 2 of them as correct statements. 100 if you get it right. And of course, if you get both right, 200.
The file format TIF stands for tagged image.
Is according to you correct? Let's see. Oh, lovely. 100 to you. One more. Careful.
First one, sir.
First one. Sorry, podcasts. And, oh, very well played, Vishal. The Karnataka final is beginning to live up to its reputation. 200 to Vishal as well, as we go to our next contestant, the third in our line here today, and that is going to be Tarun from St. Michael's Convent, Dandeli. Nimma nalak statement nimma screen alli higide. Yava eradu correct anta neevu kandidiyabeku. Tarun from Dandeli. Go on.
MPEG stand for Moving Pictures Expert Graphics.
You're saying that's a correct statement. Oh, that's a wrong statement.
The character of Pac-Man is the official mascot of Bandai Namco Entertainment.
That is correct. You got that part correct. Well, you made a mistake on the second one, and that would have been the founders of Dunzo. Very much something popular in Karnataka, but he'll get 100, and these are early days, so he'll recover that ground very quickly. As we go to our next contestant, from Purna Pragna, also from Udupi. Udupi has traditionally done well in this quiz as a region, so it's not a surprise that we've got many from Udupi. Shuhas, if you are ready, your questions on your screen or your options on your screen now. Here are the 4 statements on your screen. Careful. Think before you answer. 200 points can be scored. Go ahead. 15 seconds. Yeah, Suhas. Go on. Your mic is on. CSS. Okay, we'll try that. If you get a green, you get 100, and you get a green. So you get 100, yes. What's your second attempt?
OV by Nokia.
OV by Nokia is your second attempt, and you will get yourself 200. And he has started without faltering. As we go to our next contestant, who is from Anekal. And it's really nice to see schools from the Anekal Taluk doing well. Very good schools now in that region. So the DDPI of that area must be very happy to see schools doing so well and reaching the top 6 of the state. Here's your question. Rakshit, if you're ready, on your screen, figure out the 2 right ones. Here it comes. Read it carefully and then make your choice. Not so
88.
tough. Sorry?
88.
ATI, okay.
88.
Array technology, let's see. That gives you a green. That's 100. Slowly, next one.
A pixel is a basic unit information.
You're choosing pixel is a basic unit. It's not a unit of information. Ruby on Rails would have been the other correct option. You get 100. But everyone's starting with good scores, as we've got one more to go. And I think that is Muhammad Taha, who'll come in as our 6th contestant On your screen, here are your options now. Careful. Very careful. Tricky ones. This round is more about tricky questions.
PHP stand of personal home page.
Sorry, PHP stands for personal home page. You're saying that is correct. We'll try that. You get 100.
Snapdragon
Careful. Is it bad,
is the
piggies?
family of mobile system on a clip.
Snapdragon is what you are choosing. We'll take a look if you get that right. We click on that software and you get 200. All right, well played. So 2 of them getting 100, 2 of them getting a 200. Early start here today, but I'm sure the youngsters who are on 100 will say, it's no big deal. We'll cover that ground very, very quickly. It's Tarun and Rakshit. While the others will say, we've started out on this final well and we've got ourselves onto a good position. From here, life moves in this final onto the buzzer, which means it's an absolute fair play between the 6 of you on your screen. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೂ ನೀವು 6 contestants ಸಹ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾರು ಬಜರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡುವವರಿಗೆ 100 ಅಂಕಗಳು, ತಪ್ಪು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ -25. So that's the scoring pattern that you have, and at a state final you have 1 attempt on each question. Just give me a second. We played it as 1 attempt? Yes. 1 attempt. Okay, I'll just continue with that. 1 attempt per question with the 6 of you. 100 if you get it right. -25 if you get it wrong. As we move on to the second round of our final here today, time for Tech Vision. Here it comes. All right, all of you concentrate on the questions. Nimma munde ee Tech Vision roundina modalane prashne nimma screen nalli all hands on the buzzer 100 -25 scores gottide. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ on your screen now. This is the world's first international debit card that uses what type of currency? It's a very big innovation. Satvik is on the buzzer. Satvik is from Udupi. He is first on the buzzer. Yes, Satvik, what's special about this debit card?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. Oh, it's not normal currency, but cryptocurrency. So it's bitcoins and stuff like that. 100 ಅಂಕಗಳು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಉತ್ತರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 100 ಅಂಕಗಳು. Satvik is now moving to 300 with that answer. As we go to the second question, hands on the buzzer contestants, here it comes. Identify this browser. In a quiz like this, you need courage to play. Yes, Tarun from Dandeli is on the buzzer. Go on, Tarun.
Brave browser.
I said in a quiz like this, you need courage to play. Brave is correct. Put your hands together. Oh, even if you're on a digital medium, you can put your hands together for them wherever you're watching this quiz. Lovely. 100 to you as we go to the next one. On your screen, what is this from the history of computers? In many ways, the beginning of computing evolution. What were these called? The history of great companies like IBM would go back to this. What were these kind of cards called? Someone's taking a shot at it. Muhammad Taha, go ahead. What do you think?
Punch card.
Lovely. Oh, very good answer. You get 100 on that. Punch cards. is what led to the creation of great companies like IBM. As we go to the next one on your screen, from punch cards to the modern world. Nimma screen nalli ಈಗ. This is what? Satvik. Super quick on the buzzer. What is this from the world of Google? Your mic is on mute. Yes?
Google Street View.
Very good. Plus 100 to him. Oh, he was really fast on the buzzer to get to that 100. And that takes him, I think, to a 400. I just get a feeling this battle is going to be very, very close as I see the scorecards stacking up. On to the fifth question in this round. Who is this from the world of Indian e-commerce? Try and then pay. Who came up with this concept? Famous for their clothes. Vishal is now going first.
Mintra.
Vishal is from KGF. He says it's Mintra and he gets 100. Oh, well played, Vishal. Everyone is scoring. It's turning out to be a tense final according to me as it progresses. We go to the final one on your screen now. Identify the company. Very big on social media. Kevin and Mike. Suhas this time has gone on the buzzer. From Purna Pragna. Suhas, what's your answer?
Instagram.
Instagram, says Suhas. And he will get a 100. Oh, well played, Suhas. Everyone is well prepared. The Karnataka final is always known to be a fairly high talented final. But over the years, with the consistent persistence of Tata Consultancy Services and the respective governments, not just the government of Karnataka, that advantage for Karnataka is no longer a very big advantage. All states play extremely well in this quiz. And I think I must credit both TCS and the respective governments for getting their students to raise the benchmark, to raise the bar, and make this national contest a truly competitive one. At the end of 2 rounds of quizzing, we've got a very interesting scoreboard that is unfolding here today. The battle's going to be ever so tight. At this point in time, leading this quiz is Satvik with 400. He's a young lad from Vidyodaya PU College, Udupi. Behind him, we've got 3 of them on 300, which is Vishal, Suhas, and Muhammad Taha. And just behind is Tarun on 200 and Rakshit on 100. So I'm quite sure all of them are going to tell themselves we just need those 1 or 2 questions to get back. Super start to the Karnataka state final as we move on to the third frontier of our battle here today, which is called Tech Clouds. Here it comes. The round remains on the buzzer where you will get 1 clue on your screen with a few clouds appearing. And using the clues in the clouds, you got to arrive at the right term. 100 if you get it right, minus 25 if you get it wrong. I'm staying with English because it's a national telecast this year. So I'm assuming all of you are comfortable with that, because I don't want people outside of Karnataka to not understand the questions. So I would want everybody to enjoy the quiz because it's going to be on the internet. So I'm staying with English as Tech Clouds comes on your next round. 4 questions in this round, so the pressure will begin to increase as the questions are now fewer but common to all of you. The contestants on 300 and 200 are going to be watching this closely. Satvik will know that 400 to 300 is not a great comfort of a lead. So he will also be very, very careful. As we go on to the first one on your screens, 1 attempt, whoever's on the buzzer first, here it comes. It's a piece of software that conducts a conversation via auditory or textual methods. Suhas from Udupi is on the buzzer. He has to unscramble his cloud and give me the answer. Yes?
Chat bot.
Chat bot is perfectly well answered. 100 to you as he takes himself to 400 as well. Oh, are we going to go neck and neck in this quiz? Here's the next one on your screens now. A video sharing social media service, more an app, created by Jonas, Ronald and Daniel. Suhas again on the buzzer.
Dub smash.
Super quick and fast. He gets into the lead for the first time. He's on a 500 with that answer. And he's now going to put pressure on Satvik and the others. The third one on your screens now. Suhas again. Oh, everyone's going for it, but Suhas first. Go ahead, Suhas.
Nintendo.
Perfect. Oh, Suhas has suddenly turned around in this round. He's got 3 big sixes. If he continues playing like this, we will rename him as ABD Suhas Shenoy. All right. The final one on your screens now. Rise of a Smarter. It's a campaign that is created by whom? Satvik wants to fight back. He's got to figure out a company from that cloud. Yes. Your mic is off, Satvik.
Enol.
Sorry?
Enol.
Spell that for me.
ENO, yellow.
Minus 25. Minus 25 to you. Pressure making him buzz on that. The answer that I was looking for is Lenovo. Lenovo, the answer that I was looking for. Huge amount of pressure. He really allowed the pressure to get to him, and the pressure has come from the same neighborhood, because the pressure has come from Suhas, who's also from Udupi, and that pushed Satvik to hit the buzzer, but he could not figure out Lenovo. We're going to move on to the next round of this quiz. This quiz is really looking interesting. On 600 is Suhas, and he's putting up a good lead here today. He just blazed ahead with 3 big hits, and all of them 100, 100 and 100. And that's taken him from 300 to 600. He's also put an unforced error, so to say, on Satvik, who's lost 25, and the others are waiting and watching. Remember, only the winner goes into the national final, so all the others would want to keep that in mind and play hard, because you want to be there in the national top 6. As we go to the next one, and it's the penultimate round of our final, it's time for you to be agile in the world of technology on Tech Agile. Here it comes. It's that round of the quiz where we give you multiple clues to think around. And on a technology medium, of course, given the broadcast limitations, we are unable to add an audio or a video, but we will show you visuals in multiple forms. You got to apply your agility to arrive at an overall answer of what we show you. On your screen, 100 if you get it right, minus 25 if you get it wrong. All right, if you're ready, the first one, all hands on the buzzer, on your screen, now. Overall answer is what matters. Satvik is going for it, and I think he's going to be aggressive on the buzzer. Satvik, go ahead with your answer. You're on the buzzer. What do you think is the answer?
Adobe.
Adobe, or Adobe as people would call it. He needs that 100 desperately, and he's got that 100. Oh, well played, Satvik. He's not allowing the pressure to get to him beyond a point. He needs 1 more or 2 more of those strikes, but that's assuming Suhas will keep quiet. The others might also buzz. Here's the next one on your screens now. Who's going to go for it? One quiet man from the history of this company. Not many know that he was one of the key people in the history. Tarun has gone for it this time. Tarun from Dandeli will also want to make a comeback. Yes, Tarun?
iTunes.
iTunes. You got to give me a better answer.
Apple's network.
Give it to you. Give it to you on that one. He'll get himself 100. Do you know who that elderly gentleman is, Tarun? By any chance?
No.
All right. He was the third founder of Apple. Not many know that Apple had a third founder. His name, if my memory is right, was Robert Wayne. And he was one of the people who also founded Apple along with the two great men. Here's the next one. On your screens now. And Satvik. Oh, Satvik, Rakshit, Tarun, all going on the buzzer, but Satvik is first. Yes, Satvik.
Samsung.
With an element of doubt, he says Samsung, but he gets 100. Oh, he's closing in on Suhas. The two boys from Udupi are playing well, while the others are also right behind on the 300s. They need 2 hits now and not 1. And the sooner they get there, it will help them is Vishal, Tarun and Muhammad Taha. None of them are out of the game. But Satvik and Suhas are playing the game in a very, very close and tight manner. As we go to the final question, on your screens now. Satvik again on the buzzer. Yes, Satvik, he's smiling now.
Vivo.
Vivo is what he goes for this time. And he'll get that absolutely right on an overall answer. Oh, well deciphered. I think in the current context of the world, Vivo becomes a little easy in the context of Amir Khan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this quiz is tantalizingly poised at this stage. But you know what? I'm going to tell you where these contestants are on the other side of a very quick break. Stay with us.
Money has come a long way. From being grains, shells, metal coins, paper, plastic, it has taken many forms and shapes for at least last 3,000 years of human history. But who would have imagined that one day it would become so advanced that it becomes invisible? TCS connected hundreds of banks, financial institutions, and millions of citizens all over India using a secure, resilient, innovative, always-on payment platforms of RTGS, NEFT, and NACH. These advanced financial platforms have now become the digital spine of India's economy, empowering the digital India vision by providing anytime, any amount, anyone to anyone, anywhere, any device, any channel, any bank to any bank transactions. So many any's, making it one of the world's most innovative payments infrastructures. So the next time you get that SMS ping that says your money's in the bank, TCS helped get it there.
TCS, part of your story.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the National Rural IT Quiz 2020, co-created by Tata Consultancy Services and the Government of Karnataka, in association, of course, with multiple governments across this nation. But here today, you are watching the Karnataka final. And boy, oh boy, what a final you are witnessing here today. Take a look at that scorecard which appears on your screen. It's a battle royal between two young boys from Udupi. Suhas on 600, Satvik now ahead on 675. And then there are 3 of them, all of whom could do well in the final round and win this quiz. Vishal, Tarun and Muhammad Taha. But one of them will have to do a MS Dhoni today in the last over to win this quiz. Well, it all comes down to the finisher, even in a quiz competition. So you got to have that finishing trait in you, whether it is in cricket, in a quiz or in life. But let's see how it goes. Satvik, for the moment, has his nose in front. Suhas is right behind him and he'll turn on the pressure. Every answer between the two of them is going to make a difference because there is that one negative that Satvik took. So every correct answer Suhas gets, it'll put him in the lead and not equal to Satvik. So that's a technical difference of an advantage he enjoys. So all he needs is one right answer to get into the lead and not equal Satvik. So those are technicalities in quizzing as we move to the final frontier of the Karnataka state final of this quiz. It can't get any more closer or tense as we pick action on what we call the tech ecosystem. Here it comes. On the final frontier, you're going to get 2 clues per question, and there are 3 in all. So there are technically 6 answering opportunities in the final round, but the scoring is a little different. If you answer on the first clue, you get a plus 150, while the negative remains minus 25. So you got a huge high risk, high reward advantage on the first clue. If you answer on the second clue, you get 100 and a minus 25. But remember, only 2 attempts are allowed, whoever are the 2 on the buzzer, and maximum of 1 attempt per question per contestant. So you can't try for 150 and for 100 on the same question. So once you've tried, you've lost your chance to play that particular question. 3 questions remaining, 1 champion will emerge. Is it going to be between the 2 Udupi boys, or is someone else going to make that last search? If someone gets a 150 on all the 3, that's 450, which is way higher than what is required. So even 100 and 2 150s will take Vishal, Tarun and Muhammad Taha into the championship position. It also depends on how Satvik and Suhas play. If they take negatives, and on second attempts these people score, then the permutation and combination of this quiz changes. So, it's like scoring the runs and not allowing the wickets to fall. But for now, the final frontier of our battle, starting with the first clue of the first question. If you're ready, on your screen, the first question, first clue, now. Which company would you associate to Expression Web? It's an HTML editor. Suhas is taking his risk. Yes, Suhas? I need to hear you louder.
Microsoft.
Perfectly correct, and that takes him into the lead. Oh, he's put the pressure right back. And it's good when you play that off on the first question. He's got a 150, which means he's taking himself way forward to where Satvik is, because that puts him, I think, now on 750. But Satvik would also tell himself, even if I score on the second attempt, I will still go to 775. So, 2 questions to go. Satvik will look at this question carefully. On your screen, here it comes. A very big entity. Satvik has gone for it. A logo. As a young boy, he should know this. Yes, Satvik?
Khan Academy.
Khan Academy. A huge educational foundation in this world. A digital revolution that was created way ahead of its time. 150 to Satvik. A brilliant answer. Oh, it comes down to the final ball of this match. Satvik on 825, Suhas on 750. The game is clearly between the 2 of them. Only one of the 2 of them is going to win. Is Satvik going to hold on to it? Is it going to be Suhas? There are 2 attempts. So even if Satvik hits and gets it wrong on the first one, Suhas is going to still have a chance to play on the second attempt. And that would still be sufficient for him to cross, because the difference is only 75. The final question will determine which boy from Udupi will go into the national final. For now, it's Udupi versus Udupi in the Karnataka final. Final question. Clue number 1 on your screen now. Tough one. tough one for both of them. Steve and Alexis on your screen. As we go to the next clue on your screen, and that's going to be super fast. Now, someone's gone for it. It's Suhas. Suhas has gone for it. Yes, Suhas. Reddit, he says, if he gets it right, he'll get 100. And if he gets 100, he'll win the quiz. Suhas Shenoy in the national final. Oh, what a final. Look at the joy on his face. He's all excited there in Udupi to have beaten another fantastic quizzer. Satvik should have gone for it on the second clue, knowing that he could have taken that risk. But he played it with a lot of integrity and honesty and did not block out on a -25. I really appreciate that sporting spirit of yours, Satvik. You could have gone for a blind on the second option, but you waited out and Suhas took that opportunity and got it right. Well, certainly being a sportsman is Satvik, but he'll tell himself, it's not the last round where I lost the quiz. I lost the quiz a little earlier, where I should have answered a few more questions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the Karnataka state final here today, moving into the national final, Suhas Shenoy from Udupi as our champion. We're going to be back with you with the big national final to follow this one. But for the moment, a wonderful champion as we acknowledge the help, support, and all the work that has been done by the DDPIs, the DDPUs, the entire state machinery of the government of Karnataka for this state final of Karnataka. One youngster emerges as the champion and moves into the national final. He will be joined by 5 champions from across the 5 states. All of that in the national final, where I will be back with you. But for now, on behalf of Tata Consultancy Services, on behalf of the government of Karnataka, all the other participating governments, it's me, PICKBRAIN, on behalf of the entire team here, thanking you for tuning in, and see you in the national final, which you certainly do not want to miss. Till then, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye.
The state level IT quiz 2021 conducted virtually by Tata Consultancy Services. I am proud to say that the students of our Udupi district secured champion and runners place in this quiz. This quiz created many opportunity for the rural students. I thank Tata Consultancy Services IT department for conducting this wonderful quiz. Thank you.